Hey ladies, welcome back. Time to dive into the junk drawer. Alrighty, so to spare you the time, I already kind of grouped the items as best as I can. Now it's time for me to go through everything and figure out what I'm actually decluttering, throwing out, getting rid of, so that the drawer stops getting jammed, because as you can tell, some of them are really over full. And with all the kids using them too, I cannot tell you how many times we have to unjam these drawers. So I start off with the clips just because we have way more than we need down in the kitchen. I don't like these. This little thing right here always pulls, I feel like. So I don't feel like I use it as much as the ones that are covered. And I know I don't need this many nail clippers. Oh man, okay. See, things that I don't even know. I didn't even know I had this many. I know I got this one because these don't cut well, and then this one's for the baby, so I should probably just keep one for the kids' nails. I actually came to terms with the fact that the kids could actually use the pink nail cutter, and if they really struggle with it, they could just use the one that we have upstairs if they don't want to use the one in the kitchen. Because the only reason I even have them down here is for snagging nails. And I cut the baby's nails in the high chair. Tons of these clips we don't even use, and I don't even know why I have the nail file. It must have come with a kit or something. But it's definitely time to get rid of it. And it took me about 2 weeks after this to get rid of the other silver nail clipper. I have clips that are broken in here, others that are starting to rust, while others that just pull on the kids' hair. So I definitely don't want to hold on to them and can get rid of a bunch of these. Oh, man, I'm finding more. Probably should just dump them all out, but I think that's decent. So these are the ones that I got rid of just on the first pass from the hair clips section. Then I moved on to my little knickknacks. It's just things that I use around the house. Screwdriver, measuring tape, just random little things that I like to keep at hand in the kitchen. But there's not much to get rid of here. That's because I do try to keep this like in control so that the drawers don't jam. Now this is definitely too many. So this I have to go through. I really like this one. I definitely don't think we need this many chapsticks. This doesn't belong here. This should go in the bathroom. Something can stick to one probably. This can go. Let's see. Oh man, there's more. I dropped down to just one chapstick per person so that if anyone is sick, then we don't have to share chapsticks. And I got rid of the little lotions a few days later. I think that's better. I don't like any of these clips. I usually use paper clips for clipping chips too. I probably need to look online and find just a few that fit in here. These are just hodgepodge ones that I found over the years. I'd like them to be magnetic. Notice how old it is. Like the thing fell off. I don't even know if it ever even had that or if these were just things that we happened to get. But I'm not head over heels for any of them, so I'm just gonna be done with them. And then if I want, this one's kind of peeling, but if I want, I could just pull some of these from the office and put them in there for chips. And I have bigger ones of those. These are some little toys. I ended up wanting to put them in the playroom. Then I realized I'm just gonna ask the kids, and nobody really wanted to keep them, so we just passed them along. I'm really liking how empty these are. Unfortunately, I don't know the combination for the lock, and so I'm gonna have to probably get rid of that with time. That's not too bad. And then these are just little things for around the house, like cabinet thingies and Velcro and little like sticky pads. So I think we're good on that. More sticky stuff. I think this is like the sticky section with random paper clips. Now that I don't know why I have. They really should be in the office, but you guys know how it goes. Things get spilled over into other areas where they don't belong. Okay, so that's not as condensed as I like it to be, but it is a lot of, at least it fits. And I don't feel like it's overcrowded, so it's not too bad. So here's the paper section. I know I need to get rid of a lot of them because I don't really need that many. I also put some coupons in there to remind me to do things like oil change or other things. It's hard, I really like notebooks. Little things like this I don't use in the kitchen, so that should probably go into our schoolroom. I feel like it's a hodgepodge of different types of papers, notebooks, little thank you cards, and in reality some of the things can go in different locations of the house. So this is a good one that I feel like they always ask, have you used in the last year? This is something that I was thinking I would use, and I've never used them. What? Don't you love when you find random things? All right, so I don't even know what that is. But I thought I would use them. I don't use them. Oh, it's probably where they were in. Anyway, so I could definitely put these in the schoolroom with all our note cards because I was thinking that I would do note cards for all our recipes, but I'm definitely not switching to that. I really like my online recipe and I really like my binder recipe where they're all in sheet protectors. So the empty cards I ended up putting in the schoolroom with the rest of our note cards. You know, I do have a friend who actually does note cards. So these will be going to her. So finding a new home for all these note cards definitely gave me a lot more space in this section. And don't forget, I told you guys a lot about using boxes. I usually cover them, but this is like years of using this one. So this one's definitely a little more beat up. It could use some covering, but for now it works. Since I'm always in need of little scratch paper through the kitchen, I initially was going to keep them all, but actually decided to just condense down to the notebooks. Since we get a lot of the St. Jude's sticky pads, I know I'm gonna get more if I need more, but in reality, I really do not need this many. Here's my cheap oil sheets. It's basically tissue paper, and you just pull it out. I made them into this shape. And you just pull it out, dab it on your face, and it ends up with the oil on there. So perfect, much cheaper alternative compared to the actual oil sheets. So I ended up even having thank you cards in this drawer and bookmarks, but I realized this is definitely not the place to hold on to them. A better home for them would be in the schoolroom where our crafts and such are. This should probably go here, so I remember that they're with the cosmetic stuff. Over the course of the week, I definitely moved some of the boxes around just to make different compartments, lay differently. I kind of regroup things. I definitely worked on it a little bit more because I think once you get used to seeing it, you have a better idea of if it's working or if you need to change things. And so I went ahead and changed things yet again. So I'll show you what the final product is at the end of the video, since I ended up getting rid of even more things throughout the week. I do not need this money here. I probably should condense to one box. But then what else do I put in here? I don't like spaces that are empty. Oh, look, another one. My, oh my. All right, I'm gonna go through all the pens and such and show you what it looks like in the end. I also got rid of all these wires that were in another drawer. That's because I ended up ordering a set of these because my car one broke. So I definitely didn't need all those wires anymore. All right, so here is what it looks like. In the front, I have my paper things. I also made space to be able to add my baby's toothbrush here so that I could actually brush it down here and have another one upstairs, depending on what's more convenient. At least I have one upstairs and one downstairs now. Then I have like the house tools that I use, like my knife cutter that I don't like when it goes missing. Same thing with my screwdriver. I also have the hole puncher that I use for the kids' punch cards for school, and of course my measuring tape. So this is more like house/school related. Then I still have pencils and such that I use, but I'm going to add this divider here so I can separate the permanent markers from my regular pens that I use in my planner. So I'm going to go ahead and like tape it and then separate these into two categories instead of one. And I've showed you this in different videos, how I basically use boxes and then compartmentalize them even more. Then here in this box is just all technology related, little earbud replacements, little hard drives, the wire that I was able to condense down to, and just some other little things for the computer and chargers. Then I have the nail section here. Notice I'm just down to 2 now. And basically this whole middle section is like related to body. I have the fan. This was for nursing. I'm still keeping it down here because I don't want to put it with baby stuff. I feel like we still use it sometimes during the summer. Then here I have the body butter with some clips. Notice it's a lot less. I also brought down a few of the Q-tips because I do feel like, again, at times I need them down here in the kitchen. I like having them handy instead of having to search for them in the bathroom. And then I just strapped down to one for me and the kids, and I have my lipstick down here, lotion, my oil sheets, and then in the back it's basically again like house related stuff. I have clips and stuff for chips, magnets related to the fridge, then the little knickknacks that I use for like cleaning the vacuum. I absolutely love this thing. It's a razor that you can scrape things off windows, stickers off jars. I mean, it's super, super handy. And then other little things for the house. And all these are like the pad related things that I showed you. But notice how much more space there is. Nothing really comes to the top. And I feel like I'm just not going to have issues with this getting jammed anymore. And there you have it. Here's our total for the number of items we got rid of in this video and the total so far. Don't forget to hit that big like button and subscribe to our channel. See you all next time.